Hello, hello. Hello to the replay viewers. Thank you so much for joining me and for just being here with me today. We're going to hold a couple of minutes or a couple seconds to make sure that everybody is able to pop in. Remember that if this is very valuable information for you, then please share or give me some hearts and give me some love, because it really, if you find the information valuable, somebody else who's following you will. So it'd be awesome if you could just share it. So hello, let me just pop you right there. I always feel like when I get on, like I haven't seen my hair in forever and I just saw it. Hi, thank you for joining. So today, first of all, my name is Yasmin and I am running a brand training, and today is day 2 of the brand training series. It is a 5-day series where I pretty much teach you everything I know and everything I've been using with my clients to get their brands working correctly. Hi, thank you everybody for joining, and thank you for the hearts. So my name is Yasmin. I'm a brand stylist and website graphic designer. I do anything from logos to websites. I have experience with e-commerce, all of that jazz. Pretty much, if your branding needs some glitter, I go in there with a ton of it, put it on your brand, and help you get your following. Hi, thank you so much for joining. So just before we get started, I'm going to tell you about the just looking at my notes, about the prize giveaway at the end of the 5 days. So this is how it's going to work. Whenever you are watching the scope, make sure you tap for hearts and go ahead and share. Hi, hey Ebony, hi. I can't hear you. If you can anybody else hear me? Do you have engineering experience? I'm actually a product designer. I was trained as an industrial designer, designing for staplers and all of that. Yes, you can hear me? Okay, good. Okay, so the prize. So if the person who taps the most hearts and sends me the screenshot, so don't just exit out when the scope is done, actually take a screenshot of the amount of hearts you have, then respond to one of the emails that I sent you, or you can find me on Facebook and send me the screenshot that way. And I'm going to tally up all of the hearts that by the end of the week, and I will email everybody on the list, and I will email you or contact you to tell you if you won. So that's pretty much it. Just tap for hearts, make sure you share, and yeah. All right, so let's get started. Today I'm going to be talking about your target market and just how thank you so much for inviting followers, and thank you again for the hearts. So this is what I typically go through with a client before starting any design work, before even starting sketches for a logo or anything like that. And the reason I do this research and then help my clients do the research as well is because you can't design something that's pretty and then hope and pray that it'll appeal to your dream clients. Because it might not. You know, you might like the color green, but in actuality, your client expects the color blue, or you get the idea. So this is going to be just a list of things that you need to know and you need to research to really get your brand foundation set up correctly. So 1, we start with demographics, and demographics are the easiest because you really just have to think of about your dream client and where they are in their life. So do they live in a city? Do they have their own house? Do they rent? Do they own their own car? Do they lease? Do they have kids? And if so, how many? Their salary? These are the facts, and these facts are the ones that you can actually, thank you so much for the hearts. These are the facts that you can actually go out and find. So for example, what I like to do, our public library, if you are a member of the public library, they have this option where you can log in online, and I forget what it's called, but it's where you can look up people's businesses, you can look up people's I don't believe their names, but their addresses and their income level. So, and it's, I think, based off of census and all of that. So you can actually, if you had, let's say, a local store, you can actually go in and say, okay, I'm going to be in this location. How many people in this location have X amount of money, own their houses? You know, you can break it down a lot more easily. So this is, and this, yeah, and check your local library. They have like all of these amazing resources online, and all you need to do is have a library card. But yeah, that's what I did for a lot of the clients who really didn't know where they wanted to market. For example, one of my clients, she wanted to leave those like bags in the and hooked up to the mailboxes that they leave sometimes. We ended up not going that route just because it wasn't, her target market was more high end, and they would not approve of things stuck on their doors or anything like that. But we did the research, and her target, we focused the area. We made sure that the area was an X amount of dollars per year, and really honed in on that target market, the demographics. Hi, thank you so much for joining, and thank you guys so much for the hearts. So demographics, they're really, really important, and I think it's some of the easiest ones. Just figure out the facts, right? Then, hi Autumn, hi, thank you so much for joining. So number 2 that you need to know is psychographics, and this one is, I think, out of the 4, one of the hardest ones, because you really have to, because you really, really have to get into your clients' heads. Thank you so much for inviting followers. So you have to ask yourself, and what I like to do is actually name my dream client. So I write down their name, and then let's say it's Susie, right? And then so Susie, I have her demographics. She's, this age, she's, she has 2 kids, whatever. And then her psychographics, I say, okay, what does Susie fear? What does she love? What are her aspirations in life? What is it about her life that is just not what she wants right now, and how can I improve on that? If she's a business owner, what about her business has her worried? What about her business has her really, lying awake at night, or not even being able to concentrate? If you're a health coach, think about what they're going through. So if you're a health coach for for women, and if you want to focus on helping them lose 10 pounds, why are they losing those 10 pounds? For me, it would be my high school reunion coming up. But so it could be anything. So think about really what is it going on in their heads, and what you could do to help them through it. And ask a lot of questions, even where down to the books that they're reading, their aspirations, anything like that, their dislikes. Do they like to shop at Kate Spade, or are they more of a nature lover? Do they prefer going to Target versus Walmart? All of that you need to find out. Sorry. Gotta get a drink of water. So yeah, all of that, anything that goes on in their heads, you have to figure out, and just write it all down, and really just do like a mind dump and write down every single thing, almost like as if you're writing their biography, because that way you will get to know them down to the nitty-gritty. So that, I think, this second one is the hardest one, and it's the one that takes the longest, but it is one of the most important ones. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you for joining. The next one is technographics. So technographics are really anything that has to do with technology, and this, I think, has appeared ever since social media started getting big and everything. Where do they usually reside in? Are they Facebook users? Are they users on Twitter? Are they on Periscope? Are they young people on Snapchat? Do they even know what Snapchat is? Maybe they don't even know. All of that. What type of technology do they use? Do they watch Netflix? Do they watch Hulu? Are they more of a YouTube user? All of that sort of stuff, you need to figure out where they are in the whole big realm of the internet. I'm so excited. All my ladies are on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, Autumn. Thank you so much for sharing, and for hearts and everything. If you guys don't follow Autumn, she's really, really awesome. Autumn Clifford. She has a really good group too. She's really insightful. I think she has a morning tea time scopes. Those are good too. Anyway, back to so technographics. Yeah, so anywhere where they're online, you know, if they're not tech savvy, so for example, let's say, like my mom, she's not tech savvy. Yeah, tea time. My mom's not tech savvy at all. So in order to get to my mom, if you were a health coach, you'd have to go through another avenue. And so, yeah, so make sure you really understand where they are in the tech world. Then finally, geographics. Where are they physically? Are they in the suburbs? This kind of goes in with the demographics. Are they in the suburbs? Are they in the country? Are they in the U.S.? Or, you know, what state are they in? Are they outside of the U.S.? Are they in Canada? Are they in Mexico? Where are they geographically? And these all can be tied together. Every time I look this way, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So just these can all be tied together because really, you need to know the geography to know what affects them, maybe to understand why it is that their aspirations are what they are. You need to understand where they hang out technologically, so if they're a Facebook user, and then be able to see, kind of sneak in and see where they, you know, who they like, what pages they follow, what companies they follow, and stuff like that. So those are the 4 items that for today that I'm telling you about, and I'm just going to recap real quick. Demographics, so the basic facts, you know, do they have kids, how much money do they make, and this one helps you figure out what I recently learned, the term willingness to buy. So are they willing? Yeah, one, demographics. And this will help you say, okay, they make X amount of money. Are they able to buy? Sorry, are they able to buy? Are they even able to purchase from me? And then maybe they have kids, a house, and you need to find out all of that, because if they have a house, a large mortgage, kids in daycare and college loans, whatever, and they make very little money, then they might not be able to buy from you. Psychographics, how they think. Psychographics, their inner workings, their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations, their biggest fears. I love the biggest fears one, because you can really get down to not just saying what do they dislike or what their problem is, but what really is their worst fear. Let's say health coach, you're helping them lose the 10 pounds before this high school reunion. It's not just a high school reunion, it's that you have to impress people, right? That is the whole goal of a high school reunion. You can tell what I'm thinking about my own high school reunion. It's their biggest fears about going to the high school reunion, and then, either having people look at them weird and say, oh, 10 years, what happened to you? Yeah, how they think. And biggest fears is like, that is what I usually go after, is what is their biggest fear. Thank you so much, Autumn. Technographics is where they are technologically. Are they a Facebook user? Are they a Twitter user? Maybe they're a Snapchat user. It depends on how old they are. Maybe there's something completely new that I don't even know about, but maybe they're on there. So where are they technologically? And then finally, geographics. Where are they physically? Are they again, suburbs? Are they in the city? Are they in the country? Are they nature lovers? Are they in Mexico? Are they in France? Where are they? And then that way you can also tailor Facebook ads. So all of this really is setting up all of this, and just doing a mind dump of all of this will help you with marketing. It'll help you with your branding, with your visual branding. Let's say you take all of this information, especially the psychographics, and go to a designer, and like you come to me and you say, I need a website, I need a logo. Here is all of my branding, my brand foundation research. I can more easily say, goddamn girl, you are killing it, and it's so much easier for me to understand, because I'm not a mind reader. As a designer, I was not trained, unfortunately, to read minds. So that really, really helps your designer create the best, most amazing designs that they can, that will help you level up. So I kind of went off on a rant, but those are the 4, and yeah, the four items that you need to know for day 2. And does anybody have any questions? Thank you so much for the hearts. As a reminder for anybody, yeah, business rants, right? They're always awesome. As a reminder for anybody who hopped in late, the prize is in case I didn't mention it, it's a value of $197. It's an hour. Wait, it's a 90-minute strategy session with me. We can talk about. You can use it for branding. You can use it for your website. I can go review your website, and then you get a PDF of notes that I have taken. Of your targeting businesses, same thing. What do you mean targeting businesses? Or if you're targeting businesses, same thing? How do you win prize? Oh, sorry, off topic. Okay. Okay, let me get back to that question. So how do you win the prize? You just keep tapping for hearts and then take a screenshot because it can show me. So I try to like stay on when it shows me how many hearts and try to write them down. But for some reason, sometimes not all of them show up, or sometimes Periscope sometimes acts weird. So take a screenshot, email me back. If you are not signed up, here is where you can sign up, and then you can email me back through one of the emails, or if you find me on Facebook, just send me a private message on Facebook and say, hey, here's my screenshot for day 2, and then I take that and put it in a little folder with your name on it, and I will tally up the items, and you should get an email. Everybody on this email list will get an email, and then I'll find you as well, telling you who the winner is. So if you're the winner and then you're not in the email list, you won't know until I am able to find you. And then back to the question that if you are targeting other businesses, yes, the branding foundation works for any business really, because you really have to know. So let's say you are a stylist, you really have to know your target audience, because you could be targeting people who are, the $7 people looking for a $7 haircut, or you can be looking for people who need a $40 haircut, right? And then if you're a business coach, or you're targeting, let's say you're targeting a designer, right? And you want to help design a person who is in the business of design really level up their business and get more clients. So then you can still do all of this research, and it'll help you get that much closer. One of the people that I follow, that you can also follow along with Autumn, you can follow Brittany West. It's spelled Britny because her name is spelled differently. But I always think, I swear she has to be doing research, because I always think that she's reading my mind. Like, yeah, thank you, Autumn. I keep thinking, like, when she puts things out, I'm like, how does she come up with this Facebook post? It's like she just took the words and my thoughts and put them on Facebook. Or when she's on her Periscope, it's like she's taking what I need that day and just putting it out there. Autumn, you've done that too, and that comes from knowing your target market. That's not just something that's not luck. That's knowing your target market, knowing their fears, knowing what they're thinking, and then helping them that way. So it'll work for any business. Know your products. Yesterday we talked about knowing what you're selling. I talk about people all the time. That's fine. Yeah. And that's a couple, I think that might be tomorrow, where I tell you how to actually interview your people and kind of get more of the in-depth information, more of the psychographics as well. So, it should work. This stuff should work with any business really, because whether you're selling a product, whether you're selling a service, if you're a local business, if you're an online business, it will work. If you know your target market, if you know your product and you know yourself, which is what we talked about yesterday, then you will be kick-ass. That's all I have to say. So thank you so much for joining me, everybody. And if you are watching the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. Thank you so much for the hearts and all the shares. I really, honestly, I appreciate, let's all be kick-ass. And I really appreciate everybody being here live. So that is it. I will see everybody tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you sign up. Oh, thank you. Make sure you sign up to this if you are not on the email list already. That way you can get notified and everything like that, and then notified of the winner. take those screenshots of the hearts that you've given, and that's it. Have a great night. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.